What's up, Eagles Nation? This is Bird Gang 114, and my name's Ed, and this is Cam. Today we're going to talk about the latest developments with Malcolm Jenkins and not showing up for the voluntary mini camps, and I'm going to let Cam start us off today.
I think the reason why Malcolm Jenkins didn't go to the practice was because of contract. I feel that's the big reason. You?
Probably.
The reason why I'll restructure his contract to give him more money now than later is because he leads the team on the defense. Like, he'll always be that leader, and you need that type of player. And him not showing up at practice, that's not good. So I'll pay him the money now for it.
Well, my take on it is
it's all about the money.
That is my take. Malcolm Jenkins, in my view, he's the heart and soul of the defense. He is definitely the leader of one of the leaders of the defense, I should say. That Super Bowl run, he kept it together. He kept the team together. He got him focused. That definitely counts for something in my book. You can tell everybody looks up to him and looks for his leadership. But besides that, honestly, his play is not that great where he deserves a raise. He does deserve money because of all the intangibles that we just talked about that are off the field. But on the field, he honestly isn't really a top 10 safety in my book. He's on the field. He doesn't get hurt. I'll give you that much. He does make some plays, but he gets burned a lot. It's not like if he's out there, it's a shutdown. That's definitely not. I mean, take a look at the Saints game when Kamara, burnt them a couple years back. Cole Beasley, basically, took him to school. So, I mean, yes, he's an important part of our defense, but he's not that important where, he's not indispensable. I mean, honestly, we almost traded him to sit back to the Saints to get Brandon. So, yes, I would say he probably deserves a raise. He's already getting paid like a top 10 safety. He's, I believe, getting $8.5 million this year. So that's not chump change. He is making money. He probably believes he deserves more money, and he probably deserves a little bit more, just for all the other stuff. But on the field play, he's there, he's good, but he's not great in my book. You can argue that fact if you want, but
You know what? I will argue with that fact. He plays every single position almost on defense beside D-line. He's sometimes corner too. But he played linebacker, safety, nickel. He plays all around though.
Yeah,
With his injuries and all that, he just fills them in, and he's like that guy always there. So that's why he might need a raise, because he could just play anything. He knows everything.
Yeah,
the whole playbook.
What's that old saying? Jack of all trade, master of none. So he can play all those positions, but he's not great at any of them.
I think he's good.
He's good, but he's not great.
I want to say great.
I mean, if it costs us another $1 million to make him happy, okay, but I wouldn't break the bank.
I wouldn't go crazy like you said.
I wouldn't break the bank, but he does deserve, a pay hike because he did help us win that Super Bowl, and last year he kept it together, and I'm pretty sure he's going to do it again this year. But I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't think about holding out or anything like that, because that's not going to fly. Like I said, he's getting paid. He's not like he's working for free. Another thing I would like to talk about too that we didn't get a chance to make a video on, but I think we made a huge addition, which was that Zach Brown signing that we had a couple days ago.
I told you.
Yeah, no, we called it. We did call it. We talked about it before the draft, so we talked about it a few weeks ago. We did call it, and he's 6'1", 250. He's a pretty decent tackling machine. I think he's as good as Hicks, if not better, because he's on the field usually. He's not hurt all the time. With Hicks, you don't know if he's going to be on the field. He's there one time, and he's not there the next. And honestly, when was the last time you said, wow, the Eagles have great linebacker play? Yeah, exactly. I remember the days back with Seth Joyner, Byron Evans, Willie T. When the freaking linebackers were linebackers. We haven't had a linebacker really that made a difference in forever. I mean, Bradham made some plays the year we went to the Super Bowl, but I mean, during the game when you're watching the game, it's like the linebackers are non-existent in my book. I'm like, I never said, "Wow, that was a great linebacker play." Do you ever do that? I say, "Oh, great D line," you know. It is. But I'm like, well, I'm like, "Wow, that was a great linebacker play." So hopefully it changes with the pickup of this guy. I mean, what are your feelings on him?
I thought Hicks was more of an outside. They didn't use him right on that
agree
number
with you
one.
100%.
That could actually make him less injuries. Also, he's not going to get beat up by those big boys and all that. But
He could get
whatever.
off a block if he wanted to.
Yeah, I know. But with Zach Brown, he's more of a run stopper instead of Hicks, who was more pass coverage, I thought. But Zach Brown, he's gonna be slower than Hicks, but he won't let anybody go up the middle, and that's what I'm gonna like about it. That's a middle linebacker. Now the only thing that scares me about this linebacker is you have Zach Brown and Brown, two slow guys. How are we gonna stop those pitches and all that? That means our D line's gonna have to like play contain outside, I think, or something, cause that's rough. That's Gruger Hill if we play a 3 linebacker role, but we don't usually. So.
Well, you know, I mean, I saw the statistics. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but they were saying he had like over the 600 and some odd snaps that he had, that in pass coverage he was actually really good. That he only let up, I think it was not many, like maybe one touchdown. It was some kind of crazy number, but he was underrated as in pass defense, but he actually did pretty good. So this is basically a 1-year contract, you know, prove it and see. But if he's doing great, you know, I'm sure we'll keep it going.
I forgot. Didn't Jim Stewart play with Zach Brown too? Wasn't he on the Bills?
No, he was on the Bills, but I think
was that the year?
I think that's the year Schwartz came to us. So I think he just missed him.
I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe that could be a thing why we took him,
But yeah, he's because that was 3 years ago, and I think that was the first year.
Schwartz being a coordinator.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I think they just missed him, but he'll be. Hopefully, he'll work out. I mean, it can't be any worse than last year when we were playing with nobody. You know, when Hicks went down, really. So
can't get any worse.
Can't get any worse. So hopefully, he's that piece of the puzzle that's missing. So I just want to say thanks a lot for coming along for the ride, and welcome to the family, Zach Brown, as well as everybody else who's watching us for the first time. And like, subscribe, and
leave a fucking comment.
That's better. That's how you
I know it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put some effort in that one. I like to see that.
Leave a fucking comment.